1. Good morning. Beautiful Tuesday morning, a little bit cloudy, but I want to share a blessing that I received this morning. I want to share this blessing with you, and I pray and hope that it serves as a source of encouragement for you. I was reading this morning over in the book of Joshua, I believe Joshua, the 3rd chapter, and it talks about the children of Israel coming to the river Jordan. And we know how God had previously delivered the children of Israel at the Red Sea, and how Moses, the Egyptians were behind them, and Moses came and under the direction from God, held out his staff, his rod. And we know how God came and caused that wind. And we know how the sea rose up and how the children of Israel walked through on dry land. And we know that at the tail end of that, all the Egyptians drowned in the sea. All right, we know that part. But there's another instance in the Bible where these same children, the same children of Israel, yes, they had seen God's deliverance previously, but there came another situation where they needed to cross a particular river, and this river is Jordan. And what's amazing about this account is the fact that God did not move until the children obeyed, until the children actually did what they were commanded to do, and that was essentially get their feet wet. So I'm labeling this video, this short video this morning, and again, I hope that and pray that it serves as an encouragement to you, the listener, the viewer, the one that's watching this particular video this morning. I pray that it's a blessing to you and encourages you to get your feet wet. The title of this video is Get Your Feet Wet. Many of us have we've come to a particular juncture in our life. We've come to a particular river, if you will, in our life. And a river, a natural-made river, quite honestly, it's an obstacle, it's a barrier. It's something that will prevent you, if you're not equipped, to go to the other side. Follow that this morning? If we're not equipped, if we don't have the necessary things that we need on board, we cannot make it necessarily to the other side. But this morning, I want to encourage you to get your feet wet. God was instructing his people to come to the river and to go over it, but he didn't do anything for them until they actually stuck their feet, until they stepped their feet into the river. Some of you this morning are going through tests, you're going through trials, you're going through, you're trying to get a small business off the ground, and you're not necessarily knowing what to do or how to do it. You're not even sure. Maybe you have a desire to go into business. Maybe you have a desire to go into ministry. Maybe you have a desire, to apply for a particular job here or there. But until you actually get your feet wet, and what does that mean? What does that equate to? That actually equates to you doing whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. Some of you have gifts and talents and all type of things that God has already given you. But this morning, I want to encourage you to step into the river. I'm going through a particular test right now, and guess what I'm having to do? I'm having to do what I'm encouraging you to do, and that is to get your feet wet. My feet are going to be wet. So I want to encourage you this morning, step into the river, step out on God, trust God. And God, I promise you, he's going to see us through this. He's going to see you through it. He's going to see me through it. He's going to see us through it. Even collectively, we can do these things. If you're thinking about starting a business, God is still in that. God is still in that. And the business will not take place until you actually do what he said do, and that's to go do it. Step into the river, get your feet wet. Some of you desire to do things in the ministry. You desire to do things in the kingdom of God. Get your feet wet. It's not going to just happen on its own. You're not going to wake up one morning and it be with you. You're not going to just obtain it. You're going to have to actually do something that maybe you haven't done heretofore. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're fearful. And I understand that. Trust me, I understand that. But this morning, I want to encourage you to get your feet wet. When the children of Israel came to the river Jordan, the river stayed a river. It stayed an obstacle. It stayed in the way until they got their feet wet, until they put their feet in the river. Then and only then did God come through and do exactly as he did at the Red Sea, and that was to raise the river, and they walked through on dry land. And that should even be a source of encouragement to you. Walking through on dry land is not necessarily, it wasn't muddy. They weren't slipping and sliding. They weren't falling all the time. No, it was a clear path through that God made for them. Why? Because they first obeyed him and they got their feet wet. So this morning, I want to encourage you, be encouraged and get your feet wet. Whatever it is that you have, whatever burden that you have, get your feet wet. Whatever desire that you have, whether it be in small business, in kingdom related or other, maybe a personal relationship, get your feet wet. It's not just going to happen on its own. You and I are going to have to step out, trust, have faith, believe, and get our feet wet. May God bless you. If you want to hear more about me, follow me online, www.gregawilson.com. Call me today, 706-289-7863. I am willing and come discuss with you. I'm willing to come and talk to you. I'll come to your church. I'll come to your small business event. I'll do whatever it takes for the word to go out. Give me a call today, 706-289-7863, or follow me online at www.gregawilson.com. May God bless you.